Tricks here, and I have a personal annoyance. There's this tendency in the self dev world to start from preset language patterns, and that always irked me because eventually everybody sounds like everybody else, and it gets to be really annoying because you know they're trying to do something. It really rattles my nerves. So, I'd like to share with you an unraveling of a very loose and easy process that I personally used to use and still can to generate new language patterns from scratch. So here goes. Let's start by example with the a presupposition of neurolinguistic programming, which is the meaning of communication is in the response you get. Let me translate that. Communication isn't what the F you say, it is what is understood and echoed back to you and expressed as here's what I got, is this correct? And if you both agree, that's communication. Otherwise, you're just someone blabbing, saying something, and you were never really heard and you never really communicated. And since the meaning of communication is the response you get, guess what? You did not communicate. You were an ass. Yes. Okay? So, the meaning of communication is in the response that you get. So, let's take that. If the meaning of the communication is in the response you get, how can we ask so that we understand better and so that we can convey better? I'll give you an example. And this is just me making stuff on the fly. You could, for example, say, after listening to a person, you could say, okay, I think, okay, I hear what you're saying. I've heard what you said, but I'd like to know what you mean. I've heard what you said, and I'd like to know what you mean. See, that makes a few distinctions. First, you acknowledge that you heard the person, and people like to be acknowledged. And then you say, and. So not only did you hear them, you want to understand further. I heard what you said, and I'd like to understand better what you mean. So you go one further. You doubly acknowledge the person. You acknowledge that first you heard them, but that you'd like to clarify. And so that's our made-up language pattern for today. I heard what you said, and I'd like to know what you mean. Or I heard what you said, and I'd like to understand what you mean. And the key here is right after, shut up and listen.